We are going to take a look on IPUSDT. This is actually a chat request from someone in the stream, so let's get into the analysis. First, I want to draw in the obvious points, like this week we made it all-time highs. You have to draw these things in because look how price reacted from it. When we gained it, we used it as support to continue making new highs. This would also mean for me, this is the level we also have to hold for in order to continue that trend. Because you're just riding the wave, riding the momentum until it's proven otherwise, right? And if it's not proving otherwise, then we can just keep on trading. We'll see, let's continue the analysis. So I would say it's up until proven otherwise. Right now, we're still in the expansion of the move. You need to watch out for it. We'll get in the local picture in a bit to see how it's looking. But from this POV, it looks like it needs to make a high, come back to your support, create that higher low for another higher high. It's just expectation order flow. So that is pretty much this whole local part. I do not want to go over in this too much depth. I only want to draw in the possible support zones here, because we also have this demand block. This was our last little pullback before we actually gained this wick. This was just the support to continue. And we front ran it. That makes this a good liquidity point. So this scenario I've drawn in, I need to lower it once more as well, because this is also another scenario. And then we also have another scenario. We front ran this whole structure pool by just building liquidity above it. So you could also say you have this whole part as support as well. It's actually this whole block that is your structure pool, but I like to fine tune it to just the internal pushback before the expansion up. So I think this is what we have to draw. I don't think we have to go any lower than here. You can also see at these psychological levels like the $5 mark, it's just a great support and resistance zone. Price loves to interact with those points, and if you gain it, you can use it as support and the same way other around. If you lose it, you can use it as resistance. Just an extra confluences in the market. So up until proven otherwise, there was literally IP as well. These long scenarios is what I would be looking at on the higher time frame. This one as well. Now let's check the local time frame. 1 hour, crazy expansion. What I don't like about this straight away is the way we grind it up here by just building liquidity, and this looks a bit FOMO buying like me. This was great though. We had a range with a lot of build up liquidity, big spike up, pushing more sellers into the market, then taking all of those people out and quickly recovering from there. That's what I do like. I just don't like all of this trend liquidity that we have been building up. So this could be a possible point of interest for me below all of this liquidity. And when we take higher, we also have this that could use as support. We have this whole block that could use it as support. I'm gonna draw on this block right now itself, because this is pretty much the struggle point where buyers stepped in and pushed through this high. And below there is just all liquidity, so hold this, and if we don't go higher from there and we're gonna flip it, then we're gonna come to our next level. Same story here. If we cannot gain, we're gonna flip it and move lower. What's going on here? Actually have a liquidity hunt, and we've made new lows from here, so could be interesting to maybe look for shorts here with all of this trend liquidity built up. But then again, we have to be careful because of this massive expansion up. We don't want to trade against that momentum. See how the market reacts from this liquidity point. After the sweep of the high, this was your first lower high that brought you lower. We've hunted it. We managed to break this structure here. I am expecting price action to go lower towards all of the liquidity that we've built. If this demand doesn't get you to new highs, it it's gonna become resistant when you flip it. So I'm sneakily gonna look locally at this, but to day trade a coin like this, look at all the spikes we've had, the irregular consolidations out of nowhere. Then again, quick spikes up and down. It looks a bit crazy to me. I would not prefer to trade it, but I have analyzed it now because there's a lot of hype going on here. So I've spit my own thoughts on IP here. That was IP as well. Everything's done, scenarios drawn in, and it looks up until proven otherwise. But be careful though. The fast the chart can come up, it's also how fast it can come down. Okay, I don't know nothing about the project. I don't know why it's pumping so much. So we'll see. All right.